All right, welcome back in. This is episode 4 of the Bros Watch the Mandalorian. We're breaking down season 2, episode 4, chapter 12, also known as The Siege. Um, you know, this was a great action episode. Carl Weathers directed this one. I thought he did a great job with the action stuff throughout the episode. But we start off with, electrician Baby Yoda. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean, I got some serious like Snowpiercer vibes from this, where um you can only put a tiny amount of space in the ship, so he had to shove Baby Yoda there. And of
Right.
course, he doesn't know English. He's just like, what?
Yeah. Baby Yoda doing what he does, and then of course we roll right into hungry Baby Yoda snacking during class again. So
Yeah, we do get him using he's being a naughty child again,
yeah,
um, using his force powers.
and I do like that he does use his force powers. He can only do small things. We saw him. I think it was episode 2 of season 1, maybe way back when he had helped stop the one thing during the monster fight. Um,
Yeah,
but I think other than that, we've just seen him do like small stuff. So, um, but the big crux here was Marshall, Dune,
yeah.
and
Jared Dune returns.
Grief Karga. They're kind of in control of Navarro now. They've got like a whole market deal set up. They've got, like we said, they've got classes for the kids now, so they're trying to make it, essentially a much better place. Um, and while they're repairing Mando's ship, they need him to help, uh, take out the last of the empire there on Navarro. So um, we enlist the help of Mithril, who, do you know who played Mithril?
Yeah, it's Horatio Sands.
Horatio Sands. That was our only real cameo during this one.
Yeah,
But
it's not even
Horatio
a
Sands is
cameo. Like
back.
it's like a guest starring.
Yeah, I mean, he was
He was in like
for
the
sure
whole
for
episode.
sure played a major part in the episode. But yeah, so we get the four of them traipse off out into the lava flows or whatever they are, the lava tides. Um, and there wasn't a whole lot as far as tons of story packed into this one, but it was an excellent action episode, and I thought Carl Weathers did a great job directing it. Everything looked real cool. It's a lot more. It was a lot more even battle than we've gotten in the past. We did have the Beskar taking some shots,
Yeah,
from stormtroopers, which was a nice relief. So.
and
I don't
hit
know. What do you think
something.
of? What do you think of? What do you think of the base? I mean, we do have a couple things to talk about, but what do you think about the base?
Yeah, so the base was cool. I Before the reveal of the episode, I knew it was coming. It was pretty obvious from the first season what was going to happen here. But yeah, the base was cool. I like that they had this essentially like a geothermal reactor setting up. That was cool. Nice
Right.
idea. Um, just like the look of it was cool, like just being kind of built into the mountainside was really nice,
Right.
or
Yeah.
canyon
And
side rather.
and we've seen that throughout the course, the movies and things. The one that comes to mind is Mustafar when it's kind of built into the side of the mountain with the lava flow beneath. So
Yeah,
we've seen this kind of imperial setup before, using the using the lava to power the base in the side of a mountain. So it's a nice little callback for everybody. The big thing we do find out is that this wasn't really just a base; it was a research facility, and we find out why they had Baby Yoda in the first place. Why Moff Gideon had Baby Yoda in the first place.
yeah. So yeah, we find out that they were using the blood to what sounds like they didn't directly say it, but it sounds like they were just trying to inject the force into either a living
Well,
being
they
or a robot.
they did kind of mention it because he mentions his M count, which of course we
Yes,
all know is
because
midichlorians.
they don't want to say the dirty word midichlorian because a lot
Right,
of
right,
fans
right,
didn't like that.
right. So they say the M count, and I think that's kind of Moff Gideon's whole deal, right? They're trying to build like a new soldier. That's kind of what we got from I forget his name, the older guy, the older fella. And so we get that we got that from him. They were doing research. They needed a child for something. So now we find out that they're basically trying to build some kind of force super soldier. I would imagine.
Yeah, and when they panned out later in the episode, you see Moff Gideon standing in this room with a bunch of, it looks like black armor. And to me, it kind of looks like they're doing it to droids, not to humans.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll get a little bit more of this. Because then of
Maybe
course,
someone
like,
that's watched more Star Wars could identify what those are.
yeah, maybe. I'm on the second half of season one of Clone Wars, so maybe there's something in there that we don't know yet that we haven't seen, or maybe after that I'm gonna get into Rebels and watch all of that. So maybe I don't know. Maybe there's something there that I haven't seen yet. Um, but yeah, I think, of course, the reveal of Moff Gideon to us wasn't a surprise, but
Yeah.
to the characters, it was a bit of a surprise that he was still alive. They say that he sent that message just 3 days ago about needing more blood from Baby Yoda. So we'll see. And then we get kind of the one fishy looking dude who was fixing the Razor Crest. Of course, I mean obviously he, whenever they turn and look back, it's always something bad. It's always something sneaky. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, of course, they plant the deal on the ship to track it, to
He
find
does
Baby
indeed fix
Yoda.
it though, because
He did fix it. He did fix it.
we get a great chase scene with them
Mm-hmm.
escaping from the base, and then the Razor Crest comes in and saves the
Yeah,
day. So we definitely get some piloting experience
and
there from Mando from Din.
I like the tank speeder. I thought that was a pretty cool addition to the Star Wars lore there.
Yeah,
I
I
did
forget
like
what the
the
name of it was, but that was pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah, they just glossed over it real quick, but that was a really cool scene where they kind of, using the turrets on the back to fight the Tie fighters. But yeah, and then we get the Razor Crest. We finally get to see the Razor Crest again, like really in action here, and him taking out the squad of Tie fighters. So that was pretty cool. And then again we get at the very end we get a little more reveal that they're tracking down the Razor Crest and
yeah.
Moff Gideon, and it seemed like he had a whole squad of the upper tier type pilot suits there. Is that what we were looking at there?
Yeah, I don't know what those are. It reminds me of like the Special Forces unit that was in Rogue One.
Mm,
Um, but it didn't quite look the same. It looked almost like they had a droid head on
right.
instead of a helmet.
So
So
maybe
it
that
was
plays into what they were trying to do with the M count blood.
yeah.
Maybe
Because
it's all
think of
connected. It's the same thing. Maybe it's something different. I don't really know yet.
yeah, like think if they did something like General Grievous where he's not really a cyborg, he's not really a droid, he's just kind of like
Right.
some amalgamation of meat and machine.
Very little meat for Grievous. Like basically
Yeah,
heart and lungs, heart, lungs, and
and like
brain was about
eyes.
all it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So like I said, we didn't get a whole bunch of exposition or story building other than a couple things. But this was a great action episode, and I think it was nice. The last two episodes we've gotten more action, so I would imagine we're probably going to go back in for 2 or 3 episodes. Leading up into the final, we're probably going to get more world building, more
Yeah.
storyline progression, and then probably have a big. I'm assuming we're gonna have a big battle episode 7, 8, um, because they're trying to track down Baby Yoda. So I mean, that's coming, and
Yeah.
so. Does he find Ahsoka before then? After then? Because we
See,
still got that out there.
that's also an important thing is I don't think that they just want Baby Yoda anymore because they're tracking him, they could like find him at pretty much any point. Uh if he's clearly going somewhere and they know that, so I
Right.
think they're trying to go to his final destination, wherever that is. And if they find Ahsoka, then that's even better because they think all the Jedi are dead.
Right. And I think too the New Republic or Resistance or whatever. I don't know what they're. I mean, I guess they're calling themselves the New Republic or whatever. But
Yeah.
we're he knows that something weird's going on, right? So we get that kind of reveal too. So it could be where we have like three different sides battling. Because Mando doesn't want to be a part of either one, and so we
Yeah.
could get like Moff Gideon and the Rebel Alliance and Mando, Ahsoka, kind of all battling each other, which would be quite a nice battle royale for fans there at
Yeah.
the end.
I feel like they wouldn't show Ahsoka until maybe the very end, like the last
like a
like
last second.
10 seconds. There, she
Yeah,
shows up with her lightsabers, like saves the day somehow, and
yeah.
that's like leads into the
Well,
third season.
so the rumor has been Rosario Dawson, but nothing was ever confirmed.
Yeah,
So it's never been confirmed that she's even in this season or that she's playing someone else. So I don't know. That seems to be the prevailing wisdom is that she's playing Ahsoka,
yeah,
and we know that she was filming this episode or this season. Well, at least pretty much everybody has said like she's definitely in the season. She's probably going to be Ahsoka. Maybe not though
yeah.
because they pulled a
It could
fast
even
one
be
on
like a
us with
hologram
Bo-Katan
message.
there. What's
It
that?
could even be a hologram message of like some
Yeah, it could.
breadcrumbs, like, "Hey, look, I'm not
Yeah,
here, but here's get to me."
right. But they've pulled a fast one on us with the Bo-Katan deal and
Yeah,
kind of hid Katie Sackhoff from everybody. Everybody thought Sasha Banks was going to be uh, kind of the leader there, but we got that was a nice reveal. So I mean, they've done a good job of holding surprises. Like even though maybe who's in it, they might be someone else, especially in season 1 too. So I think yeah. Yeah, and Timothy Oliphant, even in episode 1 this season,
yeah,
I don't ever remember seeing anything of him being in the season. So they've
yep,
done a good job keeping it under wraps, and that could be one potential good thing about having filmed this and made everything kind of COVID era, where it was very closed and very protected on set. So, um,
yep,
I think this was a great episode to lead us into a little more story. Then, like I said, over the next 2 or 3 episodes, and then half of episode 7, and probably all of episode 8, we're gonna get some big time conflict resolution.
yeah, yeah. So a few things I had in my notes were one, uh, Hera being from Alderaan.
Yeah, that was a
That
nice
was
little.
they touched on that
Yeah,
nice, and that basically shows like why she was fighting and why she didn't want to continue fighting
right. Why
with
she
the
left.
Republic. They get hints of the First Order, so I
Right,
think
the new
that
era.
might and that might be the whole when the Republic guy was talking about like, hey, there's something going on in the sector,
Yeah, it could be that
like
too.
maybe that, and then also there is no way Baby Yoda was tall enough for that seat. Did you see how big those seats
Yeah,
were for the rest
yeah,
of the kids?
yeah,
They
yeah.
must have put some books under him or something.
Hey,
Like, there's no way he is.
maybe he was standing up. You don't know.
He's like 6 inches tall. He's
Also,
so tiny.
when Baby Yoda pukes up the bright blue cookies after the he's like all excited about
Yeah,
the jet, and then he pukes up the baby blue cookies.
yeah,
That was pretty funny. So Baby Yoda, star of the show again. Myth roll close second. Carl Weathers,
yeah.
well done directing. That was a good, very nice episode on his part. So, yeah, that's it. This is episode 4. The Bros
Yep.
watch The Mandalorian. We'll be back next week again. Make sure you like, rate, and subscribe. And yeah, I mean that's it.
That's
See
it.
ya.
Bye.